Good morning, dear friends, and a warm welcome. We gather today to celebrate St. Joseph Institute of Philosophy's affiliation with the prestigious Dharmaram Vidyakshetram. The affiliation implies a formal collaborative agreement between the institute and the faculty. It allows the St. Joseph Institute of Philosophy to operate independently while enabling Dharmaram Vidyakshetram to oversee the working of the institute, act as an examining body and award degrees. As we begin our program, the seventh choir will lead us through a prayer song. May the good Lord strengthen and animate this joint venture. warmly welcome to the days the distinguished personalities guiding our intellectual voice. His Excellency Bishop Peter Paul Saldana, the illustrious Bishop of Mangalore and moderator of our esteemed Institute of Philosophy, Reverend Dr. Matthew Atukal CMI, the erudite Dean of Philosophy, Dharmara Vidyakshetra, and Reverend Dr. Ronnie Sanao, our esteemed rector. I request Reverend Dr. Ivan D'Souza, the Director of the Institute of Philosophy, to escort them to the dais. I extend a warm invitation to Reverend Dr. Ronnie Sanao, the Rector of the Seminary, with his words of welcome as we gather for this momentous occasion.
Your Excellency, Most Reverend Dr. Peter Paul Saldana, Bishop of Mangalore Diocese and the Chairman of the Board of Administration of our seminary, and now the Order of St. Joseph's Institute of Philosophy, Most Reverend Dr. Paul D'Souza, Bishop Emeritus, Reverend Dr. Matthew Atukal CMI and his team, Dharmara Vidyakshetra, Bangalore, our distinguished guests, teachers of the Institute, both philosophy and theology, staff members, esteemed guests, brothers and sisters, I accord you a wholehearted and joyful welcome. The presence of Bishop Peter Paul here encourages us, since he was not only a student and professor here, but now as the Bishop of Mangalore Diocese and the Chairman of the Board of Administration, he has the responsibility to oversee the formation of the future leaders of the Church. Dear Bishop Peter Paul, we appreciate you for making time for this ceremony and welcome you warmly to this event. I request Sister Abhirami, the only philosophy student we have from Bethany congregation, to welcome the Bishop with a cloud talk. Today is a memorial day for us at St. Joseph's Seminary, for we are finally able to say it is done. A task which we began years ago. We had our philosophy department affiliated to the Arthur University Rome some years ago, but we could not renew it due to practical reasons. It was our wish and desire that we affiliate our philosophy department to a local university to radiate the indigenous philosophy. We are happy that now we have fulfilled that dream. While we recall the hard work done by the philosophy heads, philosophy professors, both past and the present, especially Father Joseph Martis and now by Father Ivan, we rejoice that the Lord has brought our work to completion by affiliating our philosophy department to Dharmara Vidyakshetra, Bangalore. We are grateful to the Dharmara Vidyakshetra for the favor, and we are happy that a team of professors led by Father Matthew, the Dean of the faculty there, are here with us to grace this event. Dear Fathers, Matthew and team, affectionate welcome to you all. I request Brother Jakula Joshua to welcome the Dean, Father Matthew. We have other members of the faculty of Dharmaram here. I request brothers Tarun, Jivandas, Ferdinand and Ray Augustine to welcome our professors from Bangalore, Fathers George Kulangara, Giorgio Parakatil, Roy B. and Jeff Shaw. The CMI congregation and our seminary has a long history and link. Once they had their formation house in our own campus. This morning I had a privilege to have a pilgrimage with them to the formation house and around. They were able to recall many good things because the house and whatever we are having here recalls them about their past architecture and several other things. Well, 3 of our students who studied here are named today as servants of God. And one of them is a CMI, Father Canusius. We have 4 bishops who studied in our seminary belonging to the congregation of CMI have become bishops one after another. For a detailed study you can refer to Unitas last year or the list of bishops that is displayed in our office. Father Maxim, Father Jocelyn studied in the Dharmaram College, and I am told Sister Lily also is one of the faculty member at the Dharmaram College who also is a teacher here. So we have many reasons to rejoice today and to continue our relationship, our friendship. We have one more reason today with this affiliation to continue our bandhutva with Dharmaram Vidya Kshetra. Let me say a few lines about the seminary. Having a history of 145 years, this seminary is considered one of the oldest and best seminaries in India. Among our former students, I already said that Father Canusius and other 2, Monsignor Raymond Mascarenas and another, are waiting to be saints. They are already servants of God. 51 bishops and over 300 priests have passed through the portals of this seminary. Currently, we have 150 students in various stages of formation. 12 resident and 25 visiting teachers are forming them in all dimensions of priestly formation and mission. Though the number of students is getting little less these years, that doesn't discourage us. Rather, we need to pray now to the Lord of the harvest to send more laborers to continue his mission. I extend a warm welcome to all our guests, fathers, brothers, and sisters. I wish and pray that what we begin today ceremoniously may bring great blessing on our seminary, institutes, and every teacher and every student. Once again, a cordial welcome to you all. May God bless you all. Have a pleasant day with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Father John, for the gracious welcome. Welcome to yours, dear Father. The affiliation of institutes of higher studies is encouraged by His Holiness Pope Francis. This is evident from his apostolic constitution on ecclesiastical universities and faculties, Veritatis Gaudium. The Pope highlights the urgent need for networking between those institutions worldwide that cultivate and promote ecclesiastical studies in order to set up suitable channels of cooperation. Reverend Dr. Ivan D'Souza, the director of the Institute, will now brief us on what it means to be affiliated and the process we have undertaken in obtaining it from the Dicastery for Culture and Education.
Dear Bishop Peter Paul, Bishop Emeritus, Dean of Philosophy of Dharma, Father Matthew, Director Father Ronnie, members of Philosophy from the Faculty of Dharma, all esteemed fathers, sisters, guests, brothers, and friends. There was a function in the Nasser King's daughter's house. In the function, all were addressing a person, doctor. Nasir also went to that person and told him, Doctor, I have a strange pain near my chest. That person replied, excuse me, I am not a heart specialist, I am a doctor of philosophy. Nasir replied, oh, that must be a new sickness now. We have a name, new name, title, or a word to hear from here on. SJIP, St. Joseph's Institute of Philosophy. Today marks a momentous occasion in the journey of St. Joseph's Institute of Philosophy. It's with great excitement that we are gathered here to witness a significant milestone as our institute prepares for the declaration of affiliation. Dr. Matthew Atukal, Dean of Dharma, will declare it soon and officially hand it over to the moderator. Earlier, as it is already said, our philosophy program was affiliated to Urban University, Rome, till 2022, but the affiliation was not renewed again. In the meeting of Board of Administration of St. Joseph's Interdiocesan Seminary, held in September 2021, it was decided that the philosophy program will have to be reworked as per the norms laid down by the Dicastery for Culture and Education in its instruction on the affiliation of institutes of higher studies and also by the Apostolic Constitution Veritatis Gaudium. The choice was given to the philosophy faculty to find out the possibilities of affiliating it either to Jnanadeepa Pune or Dharma Bangalore, which will open up scope for Indian ways of philosophizing or indigenous philosophizing. Dharmaram was preferred as we had two staff members who had their licentiate in philosophy from there, and Father Martis as visiting teacher, and also Sister Lily had closer connection to Dharmaram. The other reasons why we chose Dharmaram was that it is in Karnataka, our own state, and St. Joseph Seminary has a nexus to CMIs. So we applied for affiliation to Dharmaram in May 2022. Father Jocelyn and myself met the officials at Dharmaram. We met Dr. Atukal, the then Director of Licentiate, Dr. Wilson Edutukaran, the then Dean, and Dr. Joy, the President, even now. After that, the Dharmaram team consisting of Dr. Nandikaran, Dr. Atukal, and Dr. Sebastian visited our seminary in November 2022. They inspected our infrastructure, library, met the students and the staff of philosophy. They gave consent to go ahead with the working of affiliation documents after giving some suggestions. The president of Dharmaram for the Joy Kakanatu, who is absent today, and the Dean of Philosophy for the Matthew Atukal walked an extra mile in guiding and assisting us who meticulously furthered every aspect of the affiliation process. Without their unwavering support and attention, our dream of affiliation might have remained distant. Preparation of affiliation dossier was an uphill task. It was like working for a doctoral thesis or research paper. The more you do, the more there is to do. Since it was a new team, we were not sure what to do. The requirements, the demands in the dicastery were changing every time. But we had a team to help us under the direction of great master Dr. Martis, Dr. Manoj, for the Josephine, who contributed a lot in preparing the syllabus. For the Naveen Pinto, a canon lawyer, helped us to make the statutes of the Institute a normative document. We submitted the dossier in May 2023. Affiliation dossier includes statutes, plan of studies, detailed syllabus, curriculum with your permanent teachers of philosophy with their certificates, letters from moderator, favorable opinion from the Bishops' Conference, and many other details. Once we send it to Dharmara, there is a procedure that they send it to the dicastery room. They cannot send it directly. Dr. Matthew may share about it. In June 2023, we were asked to revise the dossier again by providing few more documents and making some more improvements. The Dicastery of Culture and Education checks out every dot and sentence constructions. The final draft of the revised statutes was submitted in September 2023 and it was approved on 23 October 2023, and in December first week, Dharmara officially informed us about it. Now we have the affiliation on an experimental basis for 5 years. We need more personnel to sustain this affiliation with more specializations and take the institute to greater heights. An institute for students to obtain PPH is required in order to qualify themselves for their further studies in theology. PPH degree would motivate the students to take philosophical studies seriously and help them to philosophize in a deeper way. Such degree can provide eligibility to pursue higher studies in philosophy and in theology at any ecclesiastical university in the world. Such degree makes the candidates well equipped academically to interact with the people of other religions with clarity and coherence. It also motivates the teaching faculty to be rigorous, responsible, and serious about their teaching philosophy. It would challenge them to update and upgrade their know-how in their field of expertise and courses they handle. It will enable the teaching staff in the faculty to have a taste of research in the form of writing articles and books. It would pave the way for learning of local or regional literature, culture, history, beliefs, practices, and philosophy. Our institute has diligently endeavored to cultivate academic challenge and excellence in imparting philosophical wisdom to our students. This affiliation makes our responsibilities and commitment even more decisive. We wish to collaborate with many more academic activities with Dharmara. I am sure if we begin to transgress the boundaries of vision, we can indeed transcend the unattainable goals. Let us trot this path in truth and love. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Father. Now, the degree of affiliation granted by the Dicastery for Culture and Education, by which the affiliation of St. Joseph Institute of Philosophy to Dharmara Vidyakshetram is granted, shall be declared by Reverend Dr. Matthew Arjun CMI, Dean of Philosophy, Dharmara Vidyakshetram, and ceremoniously it will be handed over to the moderator, His Excellency, Most Reverend Dr. Peter Paul Sardana. Following this, Reverend Dr. Matthew will speak to us from his wealth of experience.
Peter Paul
Sardana, moderator of St. Joseph Institute of Philosophy, Reverend Father Rector, Bishop Aloysius, Bishop Emeritus, Father Ivan, Father Joseph, dear Reverend Fathers, Sisters, and my dear friends. So with your permission, first I read out the decree sent from the Dicastery for Culture and Education. Dicasterium de Cultura et Educatione attendis literis postulatoris eminentissimi archiepiscopi majoris Magni Cancellari Pontifici Atenei Bangalorensis Termariam Vitia Cetram legitime presentatis. Perfecta favorabili sententia Conferentiae Episcopalis in India ad normen articulo 11 instructionis de affiliatione institutorum studiorum justum dicasteri de 8 mensis decembris ad bismillesimo vicendi emanete re untique perpensa collatis consilis cum iscurum interest ad normen articulos sancita 3 paragraphus 1 constitutionis apostolicae veritatis gaudium necton articulo 10 paragraphus 1 memorate instructionis de affiliatione institutorum studiorum superiorum idem Institutum Philosophicum St. Joseph Institute of Philosophy in Urbe Mangalore City hoc decreto canonice rigidi et ad normem articulo 10 paragraphus 2 memorate instructionis aidam instituto personalitam juridicum publicum canonicam concedit simulum eidam facultati philosophicae pontifici Atenei Bangalorensis Termara Vitia Cetra ad quinquennium experimenti gratia affiliatum que declarat ex primo ciclo constans ad academicum gradum slicet baccalaureatus in philosophia per facultatem affiliandam consequendo subduto et vigilantia justam facultatis possidum servatis peculiaribus statuis ad hoc dicastero approbatis credere servatis de iure servandis contraris quibus les minime ostantibus datum civitate Vaticani ex edibus iudum dicasteri di vigendi 3 mensis ottobris anno domini bismillesimo 23 cardinale José Tolentino de Mendoza prefectus Monsignor Giovanni Cesare Pagazzi secretis.
Translation is very clear. Yeah. Dicastery for Culture and Education has permitted us to get St. Joseph Institute of Philosophy in Bangalore with the Faculty of Philosophy at Dharmara Vidya Chandram for the next 5 years, beginning from 23rd October 2023 till 5 years. And it is called our experiment. As Father Ivan has already said, again there will be a kind of inspection from Rome. Then they will once again evaluate it, sufficient professors we have, sufficient students we have, then again they will renew it. Most Reverend Dr. Peter Paul Sardana, moderator, Father Rector, and Father Director of Studies. In fact, hereafter we officially got him as the Director of Studies. In fact, while I was sitting here, I was just recollecting the past that we have done. that we have gone through my personal relationship with Father Martis. Everything started with that. Then Father Martis sending the students there, coming for various seminars, coming for a visiting professor. When he moved this idea for the first time, then I just requested our major superiors. In fact, the Vice Chancellor is our Prior General. The first response of the Prior General was, if there is a request from Mangalore St. Joseph Seminary, priority should be given to Mangalore because this is our second home. This was our second home. So immediately for that we will work hard. We will make it possible. We spend a lot of time going to the minute details. Ivan knows it every alternate days. Ivan will call me. Father Matthew, where is the file? Where is that particular sentence? How it is? He was meticulous that we should present a kind of a document free of error. And here we have reached at this stage because as Father Rector has already mentioned, we have actually a debt to this institution. Our forefathers studied here. The architect of Dharmara College, Bishop Jonas Talian, he was a former student. Probably he got all these dreams and visions while studying here. Mangalore and Bangalore doesn't make much difference, only a letter difference. When you mispronounce B with M, it becomes Bangalore. When you mispronounce M with B, it becomes Bangalore. I hope in future, both these institutes, Dharmara Vidyakshetram and St. Joseph Institute of Philosophy, should go hand in hand, and we will support you in all your academic endeavors. And we will be happy to have this as a prominent, prestigious, ecclesiastical center for learning in Karnataka. Bishop, His Excellency Bishop Michael Paul Sardana was asking me how many institutes we have in the Faculty of Philosophy affiliated. Let me tell you, you are now among the 663 students that we have in our affiliated institutes, and the faculty members of these staff join among the 93 staff members we have in our affiliated institutes. Apart from the 263 students, including doctoral and postdoctoral students of the Faculty of Philosophy at DVK, and 13 staff members. Institutes affiliated to Faculty of Philosophy: Deepole Institute of Philosophy, Bangalore, run by Vincent Chet Fathers; Pushpasma Institute of Philosophy, Mysore, run by OCD Fathers; Kripadaya Institute of Philosophy, run by our Capuchin Fathers, Bogami; Dev Matsuno Institute of Philosophy, Perambakam, Chennai, run by OMI Fathers; Sacred Heart Seminary, Punamalli, it's a regional seminary; then St. Joseph, of course; Gyandhara Institute of Philosophy, Orly, Nova, run by Dominican Fathers; Sacred Heart College of Philosophy, run by Manuel Province of OCD Fathers, Aliva; Darshana Institute of Philosophy, Wardha, Maharashtra; Bonaventure Institute of Philosophy, run by Franciscan Friars, Kannur; and the latest one is the Ukhalaya Institute of Philosophy, Ujjain. We are so happy because whenever we go to the affiliated institute, there was a request from all the students, Father, what do we get after getting affiliated to a faculty? First of all, officially we get a certificate with which we can go across Europe and America. The certificate we issue here have got more value. There are students who study, who get a secular degree from Christ University as well as a pontifical degree from Dharmara Vidyakshetram, DVK. They themselves have told me, going abroad, across Europe and America, their certificate issued from Dharmara Vidyakshetram has got more value and prestige than the certificate issued from a secular university in India. So first of all, your certificate will be valid all across Europe and America. Number two, most of the seminaries there is a consent. So once I told Father Ivan also, hereafter you will be relieved because most of the students remain as consonants in seminaries. Now vowels also will be added to you, which means some sisters should send some good and talented sisters also to the seminary, because officially you will get a baccalaureate in philosophy. So sisters can officially acquire a kind of baccalaureate in philosophy, BPH degree, and brothers also will be satisfied to have some novels around it. That is number 2. Number 3, we will support you academically. Yes, we have a library. Let it be known to all of you, every year we spend just 60 lakh rupees just to maintain our library. Of course, thanks to the generous help we get from the Christ University, we maintain our library, purchasing new books and other ways. Almost 60 lakhs is kept in our budget just for our library. Of course, you can come and stay and make use of the library. So on behalf of all gathered here, especially our faculty members here, on behalf of faculty, Father John will speak to you. May I take this opportunity, especially to thank Most Reverend Dr. Peter Paul Saldana for trusting us, for building a kind of fellowship and friendship along with us. And Father Rector, Father Ivan, Father Martis, all the fathers and brothers and sisters who are here. And we assure you all our academic help in the future. May the good Lord continue to bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Father, for your words from the wealth of experience. With great honor and reverence, I extend a warm invitation to His Excellency, Most Reverend Dr. Peter Paul Saldana, the moderator of this institute, for the formal promulgation of the decree and statutes, and to address the gathering with his words of wisdom.
As the Master of Ceremonies has given the schedule of my speech, I first read the declaration or decree of promulgation, and thereafter I address the gathering. The Church has always been deeply interested in philosophy and has strongly encouraged a philosophical formation of reason that is open to faith. Vatican Council II, for its part, offers a rich and fruitful teaching concerning philosophy. I quote, "The philosophical disciplines should be taught in such a way that students acquire, in the first place, a solid and harmonious knowledge of the human being, of the world, and of God, based upon the philosophical heritage which is enduringly valid, yet taking into account currents of modern philosophy." Octatum Tutius, number 15, unquote. With the promulgation of Pope Francis' Apostolic Constitution Veritatis Gaudium, given on December 8, 2017, and the norms of application given on December 27, 2017, the Congregation for Catholic Education, drawing on its experience, has sought to promote with thoughtful and prophetic determination the renewal of ecclesiastical studies at every level as part of the new phase of the Church's mission. Veritatis Gaudium, Forward 1. Recent directives from the Holy See called for the establishment of a separate institute distinct from the seminary and the Institute of Theology. Accordingly, preparatory work was carried out and the statutes were drafted, after which the Holy See was requested to erect the institute, approve the statutes and grant affiliation. The Dicastery for Culture and Education on October 23, 2023 issued the decree of erection of St. Joseph Institute of Philosophy, Bangalore, affiliating it with the Faculty of Philosophy of the Pontifical Athenaeum Dharmaram Vidyakshetram, Bangalore, and approving its statutes. with much hope and prayer that St. Joseph's Institute of Philosophy, Mangalore, will fulfill its objectives and the expectations that the Church has reposed upon it, and pleased to promulgate these statutes of St. Joseph's Institute of Philosophy and decree that they shall come into force on January 1st, 2024. Given by me, the Bishop of Mangalore, moderator of St. Joseph's Institute of Philosophy, on December 30, 2023. This is the Dear Bishop Aloysius, Father Rector, Father Director, and Chief Center of this program, Father Matthew Tunkel, and members of the faculty of Dharma Kshetram, the members of the faculty from Mangalore Institute of Philosophy, dear sisters, dear fathers, brothers, and invited guests. It's a joyful moment for us after having had the experience of affiliation. Of course, for theology, we had long-standing affiliation with the Urbaniana University. And for philosophy, as you have already heard, we had experience of 5 years of affiliation. And now, this is a God-sent moment for us to have the Institute of Philosophy in our campus, so that everybody is now welcome, not just the seminarians who are preparing for the priesthood, but also the sisters, as Father has said, the other half, to complete the whole globe. And also, I believe the laity can learn. I don't know how many will come, but they do, and they can also learn from the Institute. And thus, we can have the total church represented in the student body, so also they can be invited as staff members. I think, but therefore I exist. I think, said Descartes, René Descartes, I think, therefore I exist. Not any type of wayward thought, but he was thinking about his own existence as a thinking being. You just look at a little child. The moment the child learns to start talking, it starts asking questions. Mommy, why is this? Why is that? Why daddy is not here? Why I don't have a brother or a sister? Why I should be alone? With whom can I play? So, questions after questions. You prepare anything, you get things ready for something, there are questions, and we are also those who are questioned. We are thinking beings. We question everything, and it is a sign that we are really rational. We are having a spirit, and the spirit is in the world, and this spirit questions, seeks the truth. The great theologian, who was also a philosopher, Karl Rahner, drawing his inspiration from Thomas Aquinas, said, man is a questioning being. Man questions. And man is also disposed to listen to answers. The answer from God itself, God Himself, like the Word of God. We are disposed to listen to the voice of God, the Word of God, so also wisdom of the people. Philosophy helps us, as it is already said in the speeches preceding me, to dialogue with people. You see, the vision of the church, as it is highlighted by the Pope, is certainly evangelization, making the good news of Christ known to people, and so that they come closer to Christ and get nourished by His teaching and by His person, get transformed. So the vision of the church is nothing but the vision of the Lord Himself. And we are not just limited to only those who believe in Christ, but we are open to all people with all sorts of dialogue of life, dialogue philosophical or theological thought, religious experience, common action. There are different sorts of dialogue, but for all sorts of dialogue with the other people, with the rationalists, with the atheists, with the people of other religious traditions and faiths, philosophy is very handy. Sometimes theology blocks us because our categories are not understandable to the other people, but philosophy, yes. Because it begins with right reason, thinking, and rationality, and practically everybody works on that for all this, right from the childhood. So we can appeal to the mind which seeks the truth, and the heart naturally which seeks love. Infinity, the horizon is very large, and you can never ever stop saying, I have found the truth, till we really find the truth, whom we now address and say, Jesus or God. But then, it doesn't happen automatically. Each one has to struggle very hard. In spite of knowing that Jesus is the truth, many of us are really struggling to find Him. No, that is the mystery that we are. We ourselves are that mystery, unable to unfold ourselves. So therefore, philosophy will help us. And therefore, this is a wonderful invitation, and I thank the Dharmara faculty for accommodating us, receiving us. Dr. Matthew and the President, Dr. Roy, Joy, and everyone here, they have very joyfully received us with great hospitality. They are known for their hospitality, quality education, and I was told I have not visited the campus. Dharma, yes, I have seen, I have been there several times in the past when I was studying in Bangalore some course. But then that great love for learning, as Father has already said, 60 lakhs every year kept in the reserve so that books can be brought. New ones can be bought and made available to the student. They are very costly books, especially when they are published abroad. And thus, we are now having this, our roots again sprouting new twigs, new branches. The Juliet block, as we know, where it was housing the CMI fathers and students then, and we often remember, here the Carmelites were there, here the CMIs were there, and that heritage is now revived, and this bonding is strengthened. And there is a joy, therefore, to get affiliated to Dharmara, and then to get a profitable exchange. You can get their services, invite them as guest lecturers, listen to them, learn from them, and the more we learn, certainly we can also teach others the ways with which they have excelled in knowledge and education. In this field, they are making big strides. So I again thank the dean of the faculty for the Uncle and everybody connected with Dharmara and Kshetram, and all of you, your fathers here who are going to teach, sisters who are going to teach and study. A wonderful state here, and I wish that we make extra efforts to make ourselves philosophically well formed, that our minds really resonate with the truth, that our hearts really find that immense love that God desires that each one of us should experience. I wish you all the best, and not to take anything lightly. You know, this is an experimental basis, and there's an evaluation coming after 5 years. Everything will be revisited, and therefore it all depends on us, each one, both staff and students, how best we can give the product. The product is ourselves, not something else. The product is ourselves, how well we form in the philosophical thought and formation. God bless you. God bless St. Joseph Institute of Knowledge.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your inspiring words and presence. Your wisdom has truly enriched this gathering. Now, I cordially invite Reverend Father George Pulangra, representing the faculty Dharmara Kshetram, to share his message with us on this beautiful occasion, followed by the other Reverend Fathers from the faculty of Dharmara Kshetram will introduce themselves to us.
Your Excellency Bishop of Peter Sandra, Reverend Father Lector, Reverend Father Land Studies, Reverend Matthew, my dear fathers, sisters, and my young friends. Yanis Varoufakis is a world-renowned economist from Greece, and he makes a beautiful observation. He says, real sciences like physics, engineering have an inherent advantage. The more their method, their study becomes scientific and sophisticated, they are better able to explain how the nature around us works. But it is quite the other way around when it comes to abstract sciences like economics and like philosophy. Because the more we make them scientific, the more we make them academic, the more we make them sophisticated, they seem to have nothing to do with our life. This is the tragedy of philosophy. And that is why most frequently asked question in the philosophy classrooms, I believe that's the case here too. The most frequently asked question is, what's that? Why philosophy? Why should we study philosophy at all? For seminarians, philosophy is not a very popular subject. It was not earlier and it is not now either. It's with a reason. Maybe because we are made it too academic. And yet we keep saying philosophy, the single most important purpose of philosophy is to help us understand the meaning of life. Correct, but it's not correct, what's entirely correct. Because great philosophers like Socrates and people after him, anywhere in the world, Socrates, for example, was not just asking what is the meaning of life. Rather, he was asking, what is the meaning of my life? It was his inquiry into the meaning of his life that gave us his philosophy. Once we come to this discovery, this realization, that it is all about me, it's all about my life, it's all about living my life with a bit more seriousness and purposiveness, then the study of philosophy in our classrooms will become a little more interesting, exciting, and even entertaining. And that is my wish for you, my dear young friends here before me. Today we are celebrating a discovery that young bright minds here, this first time was the man who have a bond with the people like you, with your young friends, quite far away, 300 kilometers away in Bangalore. We have not bond because we are all together by similar questions, and we also discover that we have a common mission, that we have a common goal in life, and therefore we are partners. We are partners and we are pilgrims on the same route. I wish and pray, let's wish and pray that this association of our institutes bring rich dividends from all of us, from all the stakeholders, professors, students, and our institutes. May God bless all of us. Thank you. I am also asked to introduce myself. I am Father George Pulakarasiamai, and my specialization is the philosophy of America. And of course, I teach a variety of subjects in that Islamic philosophy. Thank you.
It's a regular class day, therefore all of us may come. 13 of the faculty members are there in our faculty, 5 of us are present here. I am Matthew Attigan. My specialization is Greek philosophy, ancient Greek, Plato.
So I am Giorgio Parakatil. My areas of specialization are Sanskrit and Indian philosophy.
Myself, Roy Joseph, and my specialization is on Islam. I teach Islamic philosophy and applied subjects. Thank you.
I'm Jeff Shaw. I teach political philosophy.
fathers. Dear friends, we have prepared a cultural fiesta for you with rich expressions of Konkani and Tulu heritage. John Dewey, with his words, art is the most effective mode of communication, guides us for this program, which beautifully intertwines tradition and creativity. Join us now in celebrating our cultural artistic tapestry.